Venom. The Last Dance attempts to wrap up the trilogy with a final explosive installment, but the film struggles under the weight of its disjointed narrative and lack of meaningful character progression. While Tom Hardy remains a standout as Eddie Brock and Venom, delivering a performance that captures the conflicted relationship between host and symbiote, the script fails to give him much to work with. The movie relies heavily on action sequences and humor, but both fall short of expectations. The film picks up where Venom Let There Be Carnage left off, with Eddie Brock and Venom living a relatively quiet life after the climactic battle with Carnage. The piece is short-lived as a new symbiote threat, led by the menacing symbiote god Knull, emerges to challenge Venom and the Earth. While this premise offers potential for high stakes, the film struggles to maintain focus, bouncing between subplots without fully developing any of them. The introduction of Knull, though highly anticipated, feels rushed, and his motivations are inadequately explored. What could have been a thrilling, emotionally charged villain falls flat, leaving viewers with a sense of missed opportunity. The film's pacing is also a major issue. Scenes often feel rushed or unnecessarily drawn out, with action sequences interrupting character development. Emotional moments that are meant to resonate, such as Eddie and Venom's evolving bond, come across as superficial due to poor pacing and the lack of narrative cohesion. As a result, the emotional weight that the filmmakers were clearly aiming for never fully lands. Tom Hardy, as always, shines in his dual role as Eddie Brock and Venom. His portrayal of their unique, often humorous relationship continues to be a highlight of the franchise. However, while Hardy does his best with the material he's given, Eddie Brock's arc feels stagnant. By the third film, we expect more depth, but Eddie's internal struggles take a back seat to the chaotic action and jokes. Venom, as a character, also loses some of the edge that made him interesting in the earlier films. His constant banter with Eddie, which was once darkly humorous, now feels repetitive and lacks new insights into their symbiotic relationship. What once felt like a fresh dynamic between two unwilling partners now feels overplayed, with the film recycling the same beats of conflict and resolution. The supporting characters fare even worse, with many being one-dimensional or underutilized. New characters, including those connected to Knull's storyline, are given little screen time to develop, leaving them feeling like mere plot devices. Characters from previous films, such as Anne Weying, played by Michelle Williams, return but offer little in terms of meaningful contribution to the story. Their roles are reduced to brief appearances that neither move the plot forward nor enhance the emotional stakes. Knull, the symbiote god, was a highly anticipated addition to the Venom lore, but the execution leaves much to be desired. His backstory, a rich tapestry from the comics, is barely touched upon, leaving casual viewers confused and comic fans frustrated. Knull is portrayed as a standard, power-hungry villain without the complexity or motivation to make him truly compelling. His interactions with Eddie and Venom are minimal, and when they finally face off, the showdown lacks the intensity or emotional stakes to make it memorable. A villain of Knull's caliber deserved far more screen time and better narrative exploration. As expected, the film leans heavily on CGI for its symbiote battles, but the action sequences often feel like a visual overload. The fast-paced, chaotic nature of the fights makes it difficult to follow the action or appreciate the symbiote powers. What was once a unique aspect of Venom's combat style, his fluid, shape-shifting attacks, now feels repetitive and lacks innovation. Fans hoping for a visually stunning battle between Venom and Knull may find themselves disappointed by the lack of creativity in the fight choreography. That being said, there are moments where the CGI is impressive, particularly in scenes showcasing the symbiote's abilities to manipulate their environment. However, the over-reliance on CGI without grounding the action in more tangible stakes leaves the viewer detached from the outcome. Venom: The Last Dance is a mixed bag of missed potential and fleeting moments of entertainment. While Tom Hardy's performance remains a saving grace, the film's disjointed plot, underdeveloped characters, and over-reliance on CGI hold it back from being the epic conclusion fans were hoping for. The introduction of Knull, a character with immense potential, falls flat due to poor narrative development, leaving the film feeling like a missed opportunity to explore deeper themes and conflicts. For fans of the previous Venom films, there is still fun to be had in the chaotic relationship between Eddie and Venom. But those looking for a well-crafted story or a strong conclusion to the trilogy may walk away disappointed. In the end, Venom: The Last Dance delivers surface-level entertainment but lacks the depth and cohesion to make it a truly memorable finale.